Nobody in this world knows that Marwan Barghouti is fighting for peace. I am a peaceman. I was trying to do everything for the peace between the two peoples.
Welcome to The Elite Traveler, where we explore faith, facts, and the future, where we expose what others won't. In a world where silence is rewarded and resistance is punished, two men refuse to kneel. Marwan Barghouti, Georges Ibrahim Abdallah. One still behind bars in Israel, the other just released after 40 years in a French prison. Both spent decades in chains, but their voices thunder louder than ever. This is the story of two lions, roaring for Palestine. Marwan Barghouti was born in 1959 in the West Bank village of Khobar. By the age of 15, he was already organizing student protests against Israeli occupation. He became a founding member of Fatah's Tanzim wing, and later a central figure in the Second Intifada, seen by many as the Palestinian Mandela. Bhargouti never hid his commitment to resistance, but he also believed in peace, calling for a two-state solution even from behind bars. In 2002, Israel arrested him. The charge? Terrorism. The reality? His voice, his influence, his potential to lead. Bhargouti was sentenced to 5 life terms with no evidence he pulled a trigger. Just fear of his power to unite Palestinians. Today, over 20 years later, he still sits in an Israeli prison. But ask the Palestinian people who they trust most to lead them. And time and again, they say, Marwan Barghouti. Meanwhile, Georges Ibrahim Abdallah, a Christian Marxist from northern Lebanon, took up arms not for personal glory but for justice. He joined the Lebanese Armed Revolutionary Factions, an underground group that opposed Israeli occupation and U.S. imperialism in the Middle East. In 1984, Abdallah was arrested in France. His crime? Possession of forged documents. But soon, France, under U.S. pressure, tied him to the assassinations of U.S. and Israeli diplomats. Despite completing his minimum sentence by 1999, Abdallah was never released. 9 parole requests, all denied. Why? Because Washington and Tel Aviv said no. He became one of the world's longest-serving political prisoners in the West. Until, finally, on July 26, 2025, Georges Ibrahim Abdallah walked out of prison after 40 years, still defiant, still unrepentant. He has returned to Lebanon as a national hero. Bhargouti and Abdallah were never just men. They were movements. Movements of dignity. Movements of resistance. Movements that could not be co-opted. Israel, France, the U.S. They feared what these men represented, the power of principled resistance. Like Nelson Mandela before them, their prisons became pulpits. They became more dangerous behind bars than many are in freedom. Bhargouti inspired a new generation of Palestinian leaders. Despite solitary confinement, Abdallah became a symbol for solidarity across Lebanon and beyond. Their message? Freedom is non-negotiable. Today, Georges Abdallah is free, but he does not rest. He speaks, organizes, and reminds the world that resistance is not a crime. Occupation is. Marwan Barghouti remains imprisoned, but the call for his release is global. From Mandela's comrades in South Africa to human rights groups across Europe. 2 men, 2 prisons, 1 cause, Palestine. Their chains never broke them. Their silence was never bought. Their cause was never abandoned. Heroes are not always found in palaces. Sometimes they are locked away because the truth they speak is too loud. Share their story. Say their names. Keep their flame alive. Marwan Barghouti, Georges Ibrahim Abdallah. 2 lions, 1 struggle. For justice, for freedom, for Palestine. Free Marwan Barghouti. Long live Georges Abdallah. If you believe the world must hear this story, like, share, and subscribe to The Elite Traveler, because the truth deserves a voice. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu.